Hello, vicarious mercenaries, proxy ninjas, and pop culture PhDs. Welcome to the Rec Room. We're back for some Metal Monday. I hope everything is going well with everybody out there. It has been a minute. Had a little chaos in the motivation, the schedule, and all kinds of things. I'll give you the brief explanation on that, but it's pretty much just more continuation of some of the things I talked about last week. But plenty of good stuff going on. Had a show this weekend. Get you caught up on that too. But first things first, if you are new to the Rec Room, this is the coolest corner of the internet where you get the rundown on what's going on here with Enforcer Media Productions, whether that be project updates or creative insights. And you also get the breakdown of what makes our favorite franchises tick in the form of commentary and, of course, the long running video game deep dives. So here you get a front row seat to what it's like to build up a franchise from scratch without industry support. So our main focus here is just connecting with those of you out there who have mutual interest while we're working on building up the Firewall Protocol saga, and this is just the recreation hour, so to speak, and just a little bit more of the marketing arm of what is the lighter note to all the grinding, creatively that goes on during the day. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, chock full of miscellaneous stuff, dry humor, and weird vocabulary bugs that occur all the time. So let's talk about numbers first. So I know since last week, looks like Odysee dropped one, but that's okay because Twitch decided to pick up the slack. So thank you for the new follow over on Twitch. And I can't really always call anybody out by name anyway, because some platforms, of course, don't show who it is. But not that I would do that anyway, just because, hey, people have different preferences. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens with Odysee here, because it kind of feels like everything at this point, because their search engine is junk, and now because the trending section does not work, it feels like a lost cause. But at the same time, don't want to necessarily throw in the towel on the benefit of it being one of the two archive platforms that we have running, and of course it's the one that's not YouTube, so therefore not subject to the same kind of agenda-driven shenanigans that the big corporations are known for. So let's see here. Let's talk about. Sorry, that I've got somebody nearby that's doing apparently some renovations, and it sounds like somebody's knocking at the door, and that is not quite the case. So I don't even know if that's loud enough to get picked up by the microphone or not. But that's kind of distracting. Anyway, so I can either talk show or schedule. I think I'm going to talk schedule, if you're British. Schedule first. So yeah, I did not do Tomb Raider last week, even though I had intended to. So I think I'm starting to reach some clarity on what the plan needs to be moving forward. So for the better part of the 2.5 years we've been doing this, I've been doing my best to make sure that at a minimum, even when I had some hamster wheel stuff going on, I always had at least one show every week that was on a scheduled time. And then I've always tried to keep, consecutive, regular weekly entries at consecutive time. I think I'm reaching the point where it may not be so consistent or scheduled anymore. I don't have any desire to stop streaming or anything like that. It's just that what's starting to happen is the desire to game has gone down. The return on gaming has not necessarily produced anything, so I can't say it's really gone up or down. There's just been zero return, so that has not gone up, I guess would be the either way to put it. But what has gone up is the urgency to get other project stuff done, mostly in the form of prints and hammering the progress for audiobook on Firewall Protocol Book One. And because of those things, it's kind of like if my time is better spent working on creative stuff during the evening as well, I'd better do that, because I think the trial has been executed, and it shows that there is plenty of deficit to streaming, and that the only way seemingly to make it is either A, you're doing something people really want, B, you're paying a lot of money to get your exposure out there, neither of which are options that I feel to be on the table. So, I mean, I greatly appreciate those who've, stuck it out. And I know for the few that have been consistent and faithful, I don't want to diminish, the schedule and the content provided, but at the same time, it is reaching the point where I got to go where time is maximized. So I don't know what that means. We're getting close to finishing up Shadow Tactics. We're getting close to finishing up Tomb Raider. And so normally I would rotate stuff in, but I think what will need to happen going forward is it's just going to be a little less consistent. So if I can't necessarily promise that throughout the week I'll guarantee being on at 8 p.m. Eastern. So things will be in flux. So bear with me on that. So if we're on, hopefully if you're getting notifications and stuff, you'll know when we're on. But this may turn into a little bit more of an infrequent update rather than it being several times a week, and I'll try to still keep other things going. It's not like we're going to abandon progress on the games that are currently going, but it'll just make it a little bit more difficult to figure out what to start up next. Some stuff like that. So that's currently the intended plan for the time being. Could change. You never know. But it's been a busy few weeks because this weekend was the 4th weekend in a row of having a show, and still got one more the next weekend as well. So to talk about how to keep updated on that, I have our Linktree account listed in pretty much every description imaginable for the stream and for every video that we got out there. And what I've done now is I've boosted the show events, and again, I still try to keep 2, at least the next 2. I've added a 3rd one because we got 3 more between now and the end of the year, or actually I think 4. So I'm going to try to keep the next 2 to 3 in there if I can stay on top of that with the links, and that will be the best way to keep tabs on what's going on. So speaking of shows, so we did have a rather, what I would say maybe unusual, definitely not something I would have expected to have a vendor show, but because of the connections we've made with the Fraser Rec Department this summer, received an announcement that the Fraser Public Safety Department was having an open house. So it's a big fancy way of saying, hey, there was an open house at the fire department or the firehouse. So apparently it's an annual thing that they do, and it's definitely a family-friendly event. They basically let the kids come in, they do some games, they do all kinds of demonstration stuff, let the kids interact with a fire truck. They had, food, and then of course they had vendors out there. So it was not nearly as large of an event as some of our summer events, but I think I counted maybe 10 or 11 vendors, and it still ended up being a pretty solid day. So if I haven't said this before, it's one of those things that just, mental process that I go through from a business standpoint. And if I have said it before, well, it's probably just because it's important, and it does seem like an important thing when you're dealing with trying to make it from, ground zero with an artistic or entrepreneurial endeavor. And that is, don't judge or prejudge those who may or may not be potential customers. Now, I think I've already kind of gone through the paces on this, and I think, Sunday was a good reinforcement of that principle, because most of the content that we have here is pretty much teen and up. And it doesn't mean because it's not family friendly. I mean, the video game side of it might be, but the content on the Firewall Protocol side, it's just more because it's in depth. I mean, I wouldn't expect a 5-year-old to start reading something like, the content that we have, just because it's, higher education level. And it's not a children's book. It doesn't have a lot of pictures. So because this event that we did on Sunday was very family friendly, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, there was a lot of families there with their children, which was fantastic. And as I've seen at past events, a lot of the time there's been a representation of maybe a lot of older individuals, maybe some retirees, or younger families who may have their first child, and it's been a weird mix because we're not quite at the target demographic for the same thing as like a Comic-Con or an Anime Con just yet. And because of that, I think there's been a couple common responses, one of which is usually like, hey, if you've got your first couple kids, some of the parents are like, yeah, we ain't got time for that. So therefore, it's just rightfully understandable that family consumes a lot of time, energy, and resources. That means the parents don't have a lot of time for their hobbies of their own. Now, thankfully, there were some that was not necessarily the case. So I think of all the people that we connected with yesterday on Sunday, some still had time for hobbies, and greatly appreciate that some checked out some Firewall Protocol stuff and some Aladdin stuff, and made some cool connections there. And even tonight, for our new follow on Twitch, I think was a byproduct. That is technically our first official follow from a show. We may have had a couple others, but I don't know directly without somebody having confirmed that. So the show was shorter in nature. It was really only a 3-hour show, so it's the shortest we've done yet, but it was still every bit as beneficial as the other Fraser ones we've done, and it was a great day. So, and not to mention, I think we had 70s, if not 80-degree weather on a Sunday in October, so it was pretty good. So I express my appreciation to all of you who stopped by and got to connect, and I'm sure there'll probably be some more future friends that come out of events like that. So yeah, let me talk project-wise, other stuff, because that's usually one of the ongoing boring statistics I usually go through, especially since we haven't caught up since last week. And as of right now, got a little under 170 pages left to go on book 2, and things were kind of slipping a little bit because I had show stuff to get ready for, or a day like today where I'm just trying to cram everything in with the extra projects that need to get done. So I think still on target for the most part to be done with that edit by Thanksgiving, and my brain is already piling up all the extra stuff I got to do because I've got to write filler sections. I know I've got more connective tissue to insert into the story, and then obviously cover, and so I know that's going to be something weighing on me because I need to really shift gears away from working on some of the regular art prints to get things like character models ready for the cover of book 2, and I really don't want that sneaking up on me because really book 1's cover was a last minute thing, still took 3 weeks to do, and I don't have all of the 3D model resources. I mean, I have the resources, but they're not put together because it would take so long, and because it's not as enjoyable to do as working on the art prints I normally do. So I've got a lot going on between now and early next year with trying to get book 2 wrapped up, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm trying to get some of that stuff preloaded, so things have been kind of a little bit more squishy on my 5-page a day goal. And also because of that, chapter 7 audio for Patreon members, I hope will be done here in the next couple days. So I've done my second round of recording, got halfway through the reinserts today, just flat out ran out of time. So here I am. I could be like, well, I could possibly get that done tonight, or I could stream, give you all the updates, and have some stuff going on. Yep. So I just end up picking streaming tonight, but it's hard to say. If I'm still struggling tomorrow, I think I would probably cut streaming if need be. But we'll have to see how that goes. If I get everything done, I can still stream. But those are some of the plate spinning decisions going on. So I think that's it for updates, talking pop culture. So we're finally into I think winter must be January. I think we're into the fall quarter for anime. And thankfully, My Hero Academia Season 8 has started up, and man, they've already done a couple cool things with the intro episode. Now, they did do a little bit of repeat stuff. I've noticed they've probably done that a bit to kind of draw out some of the content, because I've actually started rewatching Season 7 again. Or actually, I binged Season 7, I think, after the fact. Just to get myself caught up. But yeah, now I'm noticing that there's a lot more filler or replicated stuff because I think they're really trying to space out to hit the story beats at certain points in time, or just trying to fill a 20-minute episode without leaving themselves in a precarious intro, outro kind of thing. Also, there's another one I don't know if I've talked about quite so much, but the Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill has a second season this quarter. So I found the first season to be pretty enjoyable. I'm not as big into comedy stuff, but it was pretty fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the sequel goes for that. And I'm going to have to find a couple others, none of which I have any news for you on just yet, but definitely a lighter quarter compared to the last one. But looking forward to see what happens. So that's pretty much it on pop culture. And we are headed into episode 5 here, season 2. So we did backtrack a little bit here on MechWarrior 5 because we have officially upgraded from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. Not just the disc. I mean, I was going to say not just the console, now also the disc, because apparently the disc was a key factor that just by copying PlayStation 4 does not mean that they give you the PlayStation 5 stuff. At least if there was a way, I don't know how that was supposed to work. So I now have the disc. I have that saved to the hard drive, and we're now good to go. And I have noticed visual improvements with the PlayStation 5 version. And because we had to backpedal a little bit, we are having to redo a couple of the introductory things, but thankfully we didn't get too far, so hopefully it's not too monotonous. But we are about to resume that progress. And I don't know if I may start to keep streams a little bit lighter. It makes it a little easier sometimes for me to not have to spend as much time downloading, because I keep all the replays and everything. I really, a couple weeks ago when I started having some issues, running out of hard drive space, so it's one thing I don't want to run into again real quick. I am under the wrong profile. That's why. That's interesting. How do I sign out? Great. Of course, I know how to do this on PlayStation 4. I apparently don't know how to do it on PS5. I could restart. How about this? Log out. There we go. Okay, so now we should be able to resume. I was going to say, he gave us that please wait screen. I'm like, that was a little unusual. Can't believe we're in this era of, hey, sign the end user license agreement for single player content. I'll try to stay off my soapbox tonight, but no promises. There we go. Okay. Now we should be back in action, except I feel like the controller's not signed in. Okay, I'm now confused. So the controller wants to work for this. Wow, this is amazing. The light's on the controller. It's plugged into the machine. Oh, there it goes. I don't even know how to explain that. Sitting there thinking for about 5 minutes just to activate the controller. Okay, so we left off here. Guess that's where we're going, finally. We may now proceed with playing the video game. Okay, so we did get everything renamed. We're still a bit in the early scripted section of the game. Did I start repairs yet? Does not look like I started repairs yet. I'm a piece of junk. Okay, talk to Rihanna. Of course, they make us go up the stairs. Goofy POV camera with no legs. Yeah, see, they switched him again. He's now on this side. I bet you they're like, hey, what's an upgrade we can do, guys? Well, you know those two guards? Let's have them alternate their shifts instead of standing there the whole time. Great, let's do it. How does that go down in a design boardroom?
Hi, Commander. Excellent work protecting that dig site. Spears thinks you did a hell of a job. A chip off the old block were his exact words.
Wow.
Referring to your father, of course. That's quite the compliment coming from him. As you know, your father and Spears did a lot of work together over the years. Proved quite lucrative, too, for both of them. Hopefully, we can continue that relationship.
Let's hope so.
But we need more than one client if we're going to survive out
Nah,
here.
you just need a high-paying one.
That's what I wanted to talk with you about. Our next move. We're operating with a clean slate now, thanks to the new mercenary ID number Spears provided. A whole new name, new outfit. Now we need to get to work rebuilding our capabilities and establishing our reputation. Won't be easy, but nothing worth doing ever is.
You don't say.
Up for it?
What do you think?
I think we better get started.
Don't ask me what I think about your voice
Plenty
acting.
of war zones in the inner sphere where we can pick up work. A few safe harbors as well. Places we can hire more pilots, get our hands on cheap supplies. First, we need to earn some sea bills to pay for it all. Other than that, I see a bright future ahead of us, Commander.
Me too.
Speaking of the
Me
future,
too.
we have a pending transmission from IE already. Seems Spears has put the word out to his colleagues that we can be trusted to get the job done. Before diving right in, I recommend we head to one of the industrial hubs in this region. Pockets of relative stability where we can acquire new equipment and mechs, hire new pilots. We have more mechs than MechWarriors at the moment, so it would be good to expand the ranks. Repairs are cheaper in these regions too. Either way, I've marked the location of the IE contract on the star map. It's there whenever you're ready.
Roger that. Thanks, Rihanna.
You're welcome, Commander.
Hey, this guy was bargain basement voice actor. I mean, intern for a day. Hey, you want to do some voice acting? Sure. No inflection whatsoever. Okay, so what is the contract showing here? Oh, they saying we can just go in and do this one? So this is generic from the looks of it. But transmissions here... Oh, hey, co-op. Didn't know that was available. Except we don't have LAN support anymore. Yeah. Okay. Except... Alright, so this one is just get to level 4, which we'll take care of that. We had at least already done this on the early start that we had, and we barely were getting started on this. Maybe we got this one done. So... this, if we start this one, that's the one I gotta remember to put in the mission details. So let's look at the star map here. So, oh. Blah, 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 blah. And, oh yeah, okay, so let me read this military academy stuff again in case there's anything I forgot. Martial training and education. Marked as planetary areas of interest. Okay. Home screen. In rare cases, single system may have multiples, each with its own programs. Okay. So, this is the part I don't get yet. So, it sounds like they can be destroyed. Use them while you can. So, what kind of events are going on out here to destroy that? So, we're finally at the star map, and this is why I called it Outbound, because I figured we'd finally get out of the original territories we're stuck at. I think they must have forced us over to Brooklyn as a scripted event, but now we finally have free reign here. We can take the one that we got here, and then maybe we'll go do this next. Give us a little opportunity here. We'll get that level 4 taken care of. Pascagoula? What does it say? Yeah, Pascagoula. So difficulty 10. I don't know if that matters. So let's go salvage and extra payout, which is not much.
The mission area is under heavy weather warning. It's going to affect visibility and sensors.
So this guy's got an affinity for his generator. Alright. Yeah, I think I was remarking when we finally got the PS5 version working, I don't know if they increased the lighting or just because of the draw distance, the way this hangar layout is. Definitely a lot more clarity. I don't remember it being this clear. It seemed like it was just shaded and gave you less detail. So we gotta wait a couple days here, 21 to be precise. Not that you're gonna wait and sit here and watch me for 21 days, but according to the game clock. We're still under tonnage, though. Okay. I'll make do with this piece of junk for now. If not, we shall reload.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Yeah. So they may not have changed the load screens, but at least internal texture is much, much better. Adds a little bit more to that immersive feeling. Like, I'm actually in a giant stompy robot.
So take care not to overextend your stay here. But if you do stick around, our employers are offering a competitive combat bonus if we can continue to hold off enemy forces past our negotiated timetable.
We'll see about that. Make me march all the way into the center of the city here? How rude. That's a weird giant square patch of a shadow right there. It's kind of unusual. If it's coming from the building, you'd think there'd be shadow leading up to it from the wall. You would think. I've never seen a video game get something wrong before.
Commander, you've got the Ops Force's attention. They are converging on your position. Brace for hostile contact.
Of course, you had to put me in the middle of the city when you tell me that. Why don't you give me a direction first? Well, I guess it's just destroying them, so I guess if the city gets wrecked, it doesn't matter all that much, huh? Listen, dude. Do you not know how to pilot that thing? I see it. I can't get a lock on, though. There it is. Where are my missiles at? That's not my missiles. Sweet. They all hit the building stuff, threaded the needle. Let's try that. Now I gotta walk through everything. Good car insurance. Yeah, insurance? Yep. I don't give insurance for a spaceship. Listen, Skippy. I'm gonna be fighting you in here. Probably increase the difficulty just because it's annoying. Quit trying to run away. Now you're done. 1 out of 7. Good times. Alright, now send us some light stuff, please. Alright. Missiles. Is that target destroyed or target lost? No, target not destroyed. Okay. That one.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
My scope is lighting up with more targets converging on your position, Commander. Stay frosty.
Gotcha.
Target destroyed.
There's 3 out of 7. 2 on the way.
New target Phoenix Hawk.
New target, Master Chief.
Missile.
Oh, he's got a big laser, huh? I do not like what they did to the controllers. This pressure sensitive thing, whatever, is stupid.
Critical.
Holy cow, nice headshot.
In the air.
Target Locust. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Critical.
How does that thing have so many missiles on it? Did I hit him over the hill? Of course he's not coming closer. Chicken.
Weapon systems are down.
Blow up.
Tango eliminated.
Destroyed.
More hostiles are entering the combat zone's perimeter. Brace for additional contacts.
No, we got another one.
New target Enforcer.
That's not me. I got him. Easily. Play like that. That was like a shotgun hit.
Target acquired.
Alright, let's take this guy here. I ain't wasting time on extras. Not as long as you're making me run all over the place.
Mission complete, Commander. Every kill from here out is bonus pay.
Yeah, now you're gonna make
Stick
me
around
walk all the way
division
back
line,
over there.
But don't get too overconfident. Enemy forces still have a sizable hold of this area. Fall back to the mark nav point when you're ready for evac.
Wow, I just like clipped that building and just knocked my speed all the way down. Nope, you know, send somebody on the way. I guess we'll fight you on the way out the door. I'm gonna rent the torso here. This guy better go down quick. There we go. Let's get out of here.
Target acquired. Heat critical.
Yeah!
Target destroyed.
This guy's all excited like he actually did something. And I still lost something to process. What did I lose?
They're heading your way.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to stick around. Yeah, I see more details of the scan lines, even on the exit zone, or the exfil. Alright, not sure if we'll get to 4 tonight at that pace. Oh, we got a Phoenix option, except we can't afford it. Alright. Where do we go from... Oh, we got the plus 25% bonus. I'm like, usually it'd be 6 salvage points. That was kind of... Alright, we'll take the lasers. We got heat sinks, so I guess otherwise we'll take the next most expensive stuff. And the large laser. Okay. Yeah, the amount of damage taken not offset the amount that we got for the extra payout, I don't think. Okay, so I think next, let's fly over to a hub here. So that's the Academy. Milligan. That's... I guess that's going to be closest. We'll fly over here, get repairs done. Nope, that still is not improved. It's only shorter. Okay, so let's repair. 124. Repair. Let's go. Mech market. All bunch of garbage. How about pilots? Extra nonsense, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Let's do this, Commander. Drinks are on me when we get back.
So these guys are all pretty vanilla. They might have cleaned these up a little bit. Hard to say. Now, it looks like none of them have any deficits at the moment.
Meet you in the ready room.
Alright, so 25, 28, 25, and 20. So he's a mid compared to the others.
For mission briefing and drop.
And we don't need Mother Goose on our team. So we'll hire him. That way we can field 3 at a time at least.
My history is my business. Keep it like that and we have a deal.
Well, this guy's a tough guy. Yeah, well, and I stopped signing your paycheck. We'll keep it that way, too. Alright, so I'll see... you know what? No, I'll fly first and we'll save at the new location here. So we'll head over to here. Ooh, demolition contract. Where's my fire starter? Yeah, the thing still stutters. Okay. Save. Episode 5. Okay, contracts, what we got? So, demolition first, huh? Then maybe assassination. Let's do this one just cuz. They're really not going to like us off the start. Alright, so let's go damage, salvage, and pay.
The extreme weather conditions will interfere with your sensors and will most likely restrict visibility. Be careful out there.
I'm taking the javelin. You can have this piece of garbage. We're still 30 points short. So that guy's almost the same rank as me at this point, just because he's starting out at 13, and as a player, I'm only 14. Okay. Send that guy in with a jank mech. So I forgot to mention one of the other problems was having, in fact, I broke my headphones, or well, I didn't break them, they broke. And found a cheap replacement. So it's been taking care of for doing audio work, but man, they are not staying in my ears, so can't find decent headphones anymore because everybody switched all their AirPod knockoff, whatever. And still have to pay an arm and a leg just for a pair of wired headphones.
Industrial infrastructure will destabilize the opposition's grip on this region. Something our benefactors are willing to spend a great deal of sea bills to see done.
Ice fog.
Target acquired.
Nope, that's a tank, not a turret.
Target destroyed.
Well, she looks just as ugly as she did before. No change there.
Identified. Bring it down. Leave nothing left for them to salvage.
If not, probably worse.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to
Bug
pick it up.
zapper, huh?
Acquired. Target destroyed.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Target.
Excellent find, Commander. Beginning recovery now.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so is this what we're destroying here? Yeah, I guess so. And doing so with lasers, not a quick process. Might as well walk through it.
Good start, Commander. I'm showing major damage to the target facility. Integrity of this place is down to 50%. We're halfway there.
Oh, they brought an urban out to play.
Urban net.
Gonna get a headshot before it kills me. Okay, or I just leave it alone.
Just a wee bit more, Commander. This complex is on the verge of collapse. Research generator destroyed.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
I
was gonna say, can I walk through the satellite dish?
Power signature's gone. No one's going to be able to utilize this complex for quite a bit. Time to get out of here, Commander.
Oh, there's two of you guys. No, I'm out of here. Just gonna hit him on the way out.
Tango down.
Oh, good.
Destroyed.
Lieutenant Doorknob got the job done. I still lost the laser, though.
A job well done, Commander. Stand by for pickup.
Is it supposed to be sparking like that? Stream missiles. Yeah, we don't want urbans. Guess we'll take all that, though. Can't take anything else. That's a waste. Wait, it's my fault I put on salvage demolition mission. Whoops. And I still took the most damage. Alright, repairs. Glitching out again. How come you guys haven't fixed this? Alright, let's, I think we'll start on this thing. Except I'm gonna take a quick break here, and we'll resume. So, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Alright, so we'll still be under tonnage for this one. Assassination will grab a little bit of damage, so almost that. Definitely as much cash as I can get.
The weather's really kicking up, Commander.
Oh no, not the weather.
Will be limited out there.
Alright, and we wait. Starting flat-footed.
The only thing standing between us and this company's
This.
supplies is their leader, Anders Willman. Take him out, and we'll be able to get our salvage crews planet-side. Willman's forces have mostly fled the area, but you should still expect some resistance.
So it's kind of interesting in our other false start that we had.
Up to the treasure to pick it up.
You're interrupting me, Rihanna. I'll finish yakking first.
Brilliant. Payload acquired.
They put us on a completely different planet, so even though these things are scripted, in some cases the ones that are necessary for the story, they can still swap the biome, swap the levels, and, you know, it's only some of the DLC missions that seem like they're still specific. Oh, that's another.
Cargo acquired.
I guess we'll find out depending on the guy who yaks at us. Oh, what's behind us?
I got it.
Oh, good job. Garage to nowhere.
What is this? Another Merc?
Target acquired.
Yeah, it was him.
What you're doing here?
Target destroyed.
We picked up and shipped out most of our goods. If you're looking to raid us, you're going to be sorely disappointed. But if you're looking to die, you have come to the right place.
Target
Yeah,
destroyed.
Mr. Doorknob von Doorknob.
Acquired.
Same guy, except yeah, we were on one of those metallic, crystalline planets, one of the newer ones. So I think this one might be one of the newer ones too. So kind of good to get a little bit more stuff, but still, sometimes it'd be nice to have things a little static. That's done. Is that him? That's probably not him.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Nope, didn't think so. He didn't have an icon over his head. Big one that says, "Kill me, please." Yes, he's glitching out. You and the Hunchback. It's your major malfunction. Okay, pick on the other guys for a change.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Don't just look at me.
All right.
Got him.
Willman is out of the picture, and we'll be able to get ourselves some of his much-needed resources.
Resources.
The inner sphere is a better place without him. Now let's get you all home. Head to the evac point.
This dude's like running into stuff all over the place. Alright, I don't feel like fighting them since I'm still in a lightweight here.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh, that was complicated. So, Hunchback for 24, definitely don't have that. So we'll go with the machine gun, the level 1 lasers. And whatever's left. I'll take an AC5. Like, I took more damage fighting a building. Alright. Ooh, medium lasers. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, armed robbery on the list. Alright, so now they've got that one listed. We have to get to level 4, which just means taking a couple more missions here. So let's take a look at the star map. Not quite showing anything other than all of the arena stuff and this, so it may be what we could do. Everything else is further out here. Scorched Earth, Infiltration, Assassination, Demolition. I'd rather go over there. Okay, so let's go put one of these clowns in timeout. Get them leveled up. Actually, might as well repair everything at the same time. Be smart not to, or wouldn't be smart not to do that. Alright, and let's do this. Don't think I really need to read this all over again. Yeah, so this is probably where I first noticed the Academy getting destroyed thing about them being dropped out. Okay. So 2 eligible, 0 eligible, so it's nice that they had that in there. So XP gain, 3 stars. Holy shnikes, the disco bots are copy and pasting like crazy now. Alright, so he's technically at a lower level, so might as well try to get him caught up. He's telling me, yeah, he's in Bay 2. Well, he ain't in Bay 2 anymore. You're going back to school, son. Okay, so he's assigned, so I only got 2 pilots to work with, and he just rejoins us once he's done. He must be doing correspondence remotely across the galaxy. And so, anything else to see in equipment? Not likely. And level 1 laser's not enough yet. There's a level 2. Alright. Ooh, there's a fire starter. I can afford it. I'm gonna buy it. So we got lasers and machine guns. So only 2 machine guns, but lots of lasers. I can live with that. I can switch out flamers for lasers. I'm gonna need the stuff with the multi-machine gun, but that's fine. This is a good start. I get 5% off my new battle mech. Alright, let's get this thing outfitted properly. Yeah, we're trading spots for you. Still glitches are in here. Alright, let's do loadout. Actually, 6 days to repair, huh? Alright, we'll wait. Okay. Now we can change the loadout. Machine guns, we got level 1s, okay. So let's start with some lasers, or add more lasers. Oh, I don't have any more mediums. What the? I got level 2s. Will it not let me put? Oh, hold on. That must be a... Oh, that's a small spot, that's why. Okay. Oh, seriously? Does that mean these are smalls too? Yep. Okay. I see how it's going to be, so I guess I gotta better play it safe here. Though these are the 2 medium lasers I got then from the mission. I guess we'll go small lasers, level 1s. At least I got enough. And I'm underweight, so that's good. It means lasers way less than the flamethrowers. I can max me out some armor. There we go. 20 days. That's a bit ridiculous. Okay, how about painting it? Can we paint it while we're at it? Let's at least go with the, kind of cool. Raider. An old Sherman Firestarter. We'll go with that for now until I decide to change the colors. Alright, well I guess that'll be worked on while we're flying. Let's see here. Okay, so this was the target, a Bremen. Hey, any hero map icons? Nope, no hero mechs. We're out of here. It's gonna take 34 days, so what's his name will be done with school by then anyway. I've kind of always caught out of the corner of my eye, but the guy, you can't see from the other pilot, but the guy on the far left, you see him kind of slam his head forward as you hit the brakes on the Leopard. Subtle things add to the experience. Alright, so while we're at it, let's save. What are we on? 5. 2. Okay. Contracts. What we got? So most of these, we probably handle all these if we want to hang around here and just pay for repairs and whatever. So why don't we start at the bottom here? Let's fight some stuff first. Let's go a little of everything.
Extreme weather warning is in effect, Commander. You'll have limited visibility out there and have to contend with sensor malfunctions.
Oh, let's get hit. Oh, he's not done yet? Oh, 55 days. Not 20. 20 was for mine. Okay. Okay, we'll just do it that way. We're gonna roll out way under. Alright there, Lieutenant Buckwheat. Let's see if you can hold your own. I still outrank you. I guess Junior Ding Dong's got another 20 days in the educational process.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure.
Hey, I was deceived. We're actually on Bremen 9. Thought we were on Bremen 1. I guess I don't put the Roman numerals in the star map. Ooh, what's this button do? Yeah, definitely more clear. I don't even know if I noticed some of these controls before, other than the fire extinguisher pod. Whoa.
Hold back the tide of the enemy advance
Whoa.
as long as
This
possible,
looks like a wall.
and then get the hell out of there. We will be on standby, waiting for your extraction. Good hunting.
Oh, new mech. That means change the weapon groups. Alright, machine guns typically 2. We'll go medium lasers on 1. Small lasers there. Rock'em sock'em 4. Wow, there's a heavy amount of fog. Actually, it almost seems like, other than a couple exceptions, this is more dense. Ooh, lightning even. Or lightning. It's not that clear. Okay, so once we get here... Alright, we're here. Bring the enemies. Wow. Just turn the corner and the ash is just like hovering in the air.
New target pen.
Mech spotted.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Hey, you want to be a proper meat shield and take hits or not? Well done.
Target acquired.
Come on, where are you going? Where are you at?
Short, MechWarriors.
Nice.
Allied command reports enemy movement is projected to hit your location at any moment. Time to earn our pay.
Alright, so out of 7. We might be able to handle this. Especially now that I have mobility. See if I can go around the base or not. I guess I can.
Target acquired.
Light it up like a Christmas tree. I get it or hit the rock.
More hostiles entering the combat zone's perimeter. Brace for additional contacts.
Laser in the red.
Target acquired.
Ah, where'd it go?
New target
Guess we'll fight the bigger problem first. Yeah, I literally can't see the mech if not for the box. It's interesting. You fly around all you want. Still getting wrecked. Gotcha. In the air. Alright, how many we got left here? 4. Yeah, even though you guys can see the full screen on my TV, this game just does not like sitting within the boundaries. Otherwise, it'd have it, if I made it smaller, you'd get a black border around it.
New target
Oop.
locus.
Got 2 more smalls. Yeah. This one first.
New target fire starter.
No. Mirror match. Might be a different one though. No, it's the same model. I tagged you.
Position. Just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Get it down here. These triple smalls seem to be pretty effective.
Destroyed.
You died by battery discharge.
Watch out, that mech is going critical.
Recon has spotted additional bogies, heading along a trajectory that intersects with your position. That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation. Excellent find, Commander. Beginning recovery now.
Who's left? Alright, still got 2 more out here.
New target javelin.
That's a rock. Or shall we say, terrain obstruction. Don't really want to take on both at the same time here. Make sure I get the visual though. You guys are flying around. I'm gonna rip him a new one.
New target spider.
Oh, the blue mech is still hanging around out here too. Man, almost got like 3 of them in the air on this one.
With us at the extraction point when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. Make me walk for it. Tired of sucking in this putrid air. Not that I know anything about flying a plane by instruments, but if I had to guess, this is more like it with all the visual obstructions you got in here, because usually there's only been, at least playing on PS4 with the limited visuals, most stuff we could see through. This has been one of the more challenging atmospheres. Fog and ash. How did you decide to park it on a cliff?
Before more enemies arrive.
Question Rihanna's parking ability. Good thing there's no parallel parking lot. There we go, level 4. And barely into the next one. Yeah, it definitely looks cleaner on this one. I'm highly confident in that now. I could get a second fire starter. I'm gonna need to beef up the medium lasers. Yeah, let's, I guess, we'll probably do that. Yeah, so take those for sure, and I'll be there with 4. Sell that stuff, maybe. Alright, 2-man team and barely took any damage. What happened last time? Okay, so now that we got the old friend mission out of the way. Fixers now offering jobs in cantinas. So yeah, the target job board and skill set stuff's now available. So it's interesting though, it still says this is related to Heroes of the Inner Sphere, but that stuff didn't come along till 3 or 4 DLCs later. At least I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was definitely not in the first 2. Because I'd start playing well ahead of the ones when they came out. Alright, training complete. What do you get? So you went up 2 levels maybe, because he was at a 7. Status in transit, so he's got to fly all the way back. Remedial training. At least we didn't have to pay tuition. Okay, his ballistics and energy went up. Okay. Oh, 33 days, so would it have been better if we had gone to pick him up instead? That's interesting. Well, how much? I guess we'll see how much repairs are going to cost us when we find somewhere else nearby. Ah, there's a cantina. Let's fly over here for the cantina anyway. Make him try to chase us. Like, yeah, we're gonna make you fly. It's gonna take longer now. Alright, we'll go over there just for some exploration, then maybe get in at least another mission here. We have discovered more stuff. See, it says Industrial Hub discovered. How is there one discovered? I thought they were already showing on the map. Yeah, that's what I couldn't figure out before. Like, see, it's kind of showing where they're at. Maybe it's just because maybe it's now like giving you an indication, but maybe you don't have the coordinates and planet names and stuff. All right, so Tishomingo. Let's get some repairs done. Thankfully, not as much this time. Yeah, 9K, we can handle that. 32K, we can handle that. And I don't want to start selling stuff yet. Might as well keep it kind of late. Alright, nothing I want to buy. Well, you know what? Let's grab the jobs first, and then see if there's anything to buy or not. Yeah, some of these treasure hunter ones are kind of bugged out for a while. 2 treasure hunter ones. J. Edgar's, yeah, that's a common one. That'll get us some SRMs, single heat sinks, so not doing a whole lot for us, but we'll take them until better stuff comes along. I think oh, that's right, we can take up to 6. This lot was flying around for no good reason. Yeah, definitely a better view of that now. I like that, because before it was like so hazy, and there's this, yeah, that. Oh, so maybe they have multiple angles now, because that's the one I remember, is the dude just walking by, but it was so blurry you couldn't see anything. So maybe there's multiple angles, and either that's new, or maybe I just didn't realize there was multiples, again, because of being blurry.
Prepped and ready, Commander.
Ready for mission briefing and drop preparations.
Affirmative, Commander. I'll be in the hangar for pre-drop checklists.
Ready for action. Nice dropship, but boring as hell.
Yeah, it's a good way to make friends, insult the place you'll be staying for the next foreseeable 50 years. Okay, so let's go check out the other thing here, which has a non-damaged mech. You know, they say rare, just means non-damaged. It's not a hero mech. Ooh, Shadowhawk this early, though, but can I afford it? 4.9. But all it has is one PPC. I'll pass. You're going to give me... Oh, it's got the LRMs. I didn't see it because it was green. I thought it was the jump jets. So a PPC and an LRM, yeah, that's a no. That's like not the favorite kind of Shadowhawk.
Let's do this, Commander. Drinks are on me when we get back.
My combat skills are meant to impress, sir.
Prepped and ready, Commander.
Prepped and ready, Commander.
Yeah, see, I don't quite remember that helmet. Okay, so yeah, that was for nothing. But everything's fixed. Let me consider selling stuff then. If I stay on top of this, probably would have more money. So let's go those. Like, I really don't use some of this stuff anyway, so I might as well keep it inventory load now. Yeah. I guess get rid of zeros for stuff I got duplicates of. Alright. What's this, a 4.0? Okay, now it's showing, see, it's showing this icon because that's for the job item. But it's not necessarily there, so that's a difficulty of 12, so difficulty's already gone up. How about the transmission?
Drinks are on me when we get back.
So we gotta get to level 5 before they give us something else.
Let's do this, Commander. Drinks are on me when we get back.
Okay. I guess we'll take a shot at this. We'll just go the easy one here. We'll take a shot at the job and see what happens. Make some money for next time. Oh, now stuff shows up. Picking at the scraps. Okay, so this is kind of weird. So why would Mr. Altruistic Spears here cause us to do something that's opposition of the farmers? So what's interesting, though... See, I think I've gone for the farmers in the past just because I felt that was the more altruistic one. I probably didn't make the connection that this is the organization helping you out. Also, over time, I've noticed that some of these have much larger payouts, so I'm tempted to do both just to see what the outcome is and then go back and do the other saves. So I think we'll do this first. Because if one of these, like, say, for example, had a mech, but the other did not, I'd really hope that the other stuff... So you get 105 reputation and 5.8, and there's less stuff. That better have a mech attached to it, versus this probably going to be like, oh, a bunch of missiles and other stupid stuff. So let's do a little bit of experimenting here, possibly across this in the next episode here. Well, actually, we're not even you know what, we're going to do this local mission first, and we'll accept that later, if it'll let me. Okay. So yeah, it'll let us leave that there. So go to Inferno's Wake and collect one space. Wait. Oh, so Inferno's Wake is the region, so still got a possibility. Yeah, House Karita is going to be really ticked off as we get started here. Alright, so let's go coverage, that. Oh, can't do much more in cash, so I guess we'll go... I guess we're maxed out there, too. Okay. Can't do much in the cash department. Alright there, remedial school graduate. See if you can pilot any better. I guess we'll give you your old Jenner back. I should cold storage the Locust already. I mean, unless I want a 4th pilot just for a lightweight. Seems like it'd be more expensive that way. Alright, that's as good as we're going to get for optimization now. At the moment. Ooh, so shiny. Reflecting the sunset.
Allied Command reports a local checkpoint has incoming hostiles on approach, and inadequate forces to deal with incoming armor and mechs.
That's why they hired us.
Contact with the on-site CO and prepare for incoming hostiles.
Optional search for
Be
salvage.
advised,
Oh,
Commander.
salvage.
One of the items of interest we're after may be found in this location.
Well, perhaps we'll do
Try
that first.
searching in the spots designated on your map.
It's been so long since we've collected those, because once you get the treasure hunters done, it's like, I gotta go out of my way to keep picking stuff up. I mean, I don't know if it's mostly because it's for the job board rather than...
An enemy mech.
Oh, that looks hostile.
Big unit engaging with mercenary forces.
Blue scary space samurai. There
That
it
hidden
is.
asset should be close, Commander.
See, if you tell me something good, but the thing is, I don't...
Munitions can be restocked.
Doesn't seem like much. Clear out defending units.
Son of a bitch, they've blown our fuel supplies.
Son of a bad language generator.
New target, Javelin.
Oh, not a knuckle dragger.
Mercenary Lance, be advised.
Not an
Friendlies
exosuit
over the field.
gorilla.
Watch your fire. Hostiles have destroyed our emergency generator.
What, you want me to try to keep it alive? Stuck on something. You're done. Alright, capture pause. Player not in range. I'm inside range now.
See you, Commander. We need all the help we can get.
Nothing on scopes at the moment, but don't get comfortable. Hostiles have been reported in the area.
Oh, I'm not comfortable on a planet this red.
Our employer wants this area cleared of all tanks.
Target acquired.
Well, those things don't have jump jets. They're gonna walk around the corner. That's a miss. So it's a 81% likely because of that thing already being there. I gotta do 14 units, huh?
Remote communications are down.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Target destroyed.
This guy's like skating on the wind.
I'm showing multiple hostiles incoming on your position.
Target acquired.
you make me go for these guys?
Reconnaissance flights show increased enemy presence in the vicinity. Be on the lookout for further hostiles.
Ugh, I do not want to fall down there.
Target destroyed. New target jammed.
Nope. Overhead.
Enemy destroyed.
Enemy
Oh, I guess they got it.
reinforcements spotted in the area. They look like they're heading your way.
And they're both here. We also gotta get that VTOL. Don't need that shipping away and stuff.
The area is taking a beating, Commander. Don't give them the
Why do you think I'm trying to hit this stuff? Oh, now he's in here.
Spider.
Oh, now it goes outside the wall. Fantastic.
Jesus, how about you try using that ammo against the enemy, huh?
How about you shut your mouth?
Tango down.
There, get that out of here.
Target acquired. Target acquired.
where's
Target
the mech?
destroyed.
Seriously? Hiding up here on the high ground?
Enemy mech destroyed.
Target acquired. Heat critical.
Would you get out of my way, dummy? Oh my goodness.
Enemy mech down.
Well, at least they got him. Two more, this being one of them. Is the other a VTOL? It's a tank, I'm not too concerned. We're hitting me with laser point blank. Well, I'll get the headshot before I get wrecked here. Alright, lone tank shouldn't be able to cause that much of a problem. It's down here on the ground. It's like charging the base with a squirt gun. There it is. We're stuck on the terrain.
Our employers will be pleased that we've held our ground and saved this facility. Good work, Commander.
It's like the fade out shot where the building is just like crumbling from a wide angle view. Spacesuits cache. Alright, so we got 9 points. Oh, we got the lasers. Ugh, there isn't much of anything here. Guess we'll take that and that and that and that and that. 79 damage. That's not too bad for as many things we fought, only 80,000. Job rewards. Alright, ammo, 200k. Nothing fancy. Aerodynamic hull. Less drag on the missiles. Okay, yeah, not getting a 5 tonight. Let's get everything set up for that other pick your poison kind of thing here. So it's got the breakdown there on the side of which to pick. So let's pilot all the way out to this, and then we'll be ready to go do that next time after getting repairs done here. So we're up to 5, unless I find a hero mech that I want. Repair, please. 5,000. 16,000. 27, yeah. Really? Okay, so we got the disco bots and the stream boo bots hanging out tonight. That's great. Alright, well that cost us. We got our quarterly payment and the repairs going there. Seemingly no hero mech yet, but we can fly over here. I don't see a school at this one. So collect a commando, don't have one of those. Kill 3 locusts, that'd be kind of fun. Igors. So, ooh, medium lasers. Yeah, that's probably a priority since we'll run into those no problem. Collecting commando, so killing 3 locusts probably more likely to happen next. And then finally that. See, there's just the blurry screen of that guy walking by again. I don't know what happened to the other angle. Don't know. Alright, anything fun to purchase? Actually, I didn't even check before leaving the other one. I said kill locusts, not collect locusts.
Prepped and ready, Commander.
That's interesting. So 2 with almost the same suit, but they put the male and the female version. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before.
I know your story, and I'm ready to be of assistance.
I've seen it all. Now, I want to get paid for it.
Nobody with deficits. There's a lot of deficits previously.
I've seen it all.
When we started out last
I want to
time.
get paid for it.
Okay. So yeah, pretty much everything else done. We'll I'm just gonna do all those goofy things again. So if I go from, see, the fact it should be able to hop directly over to here, it's doing jank pathfinding again. Make you spend space fuel for no good reason. Alright, I'll fly here and see what happens. You know what, let's also sell things. If I have anything to sell. Got a ton of SRM ammo, though. Yeah, let's, sell some of that. Sell a jump jet. Oh, you know, anything to buy? There's a machine gun, nothing I want yet. Same junk, other than a Vulcan here. Okay, so we'll try doing the split quest next time. So the only main quest we did this time was the armed robbery. At some point I'll have to play with the colors here, but not too motivated to do that just yet. So. Okay, so that's all short for the time being. We are parting ways here from Ulysses. Okay, so that's it for Metal Monday. I normally would say, hey, yeah, I'll be on for sure this week. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that this time. I mean, so if things are going well tomorrow, we'll be back for some Tactical Tuesday. But all depends on the workflow at this point, because creative projects got to take priority over streaming, which has not really done a whole lot over the last couple of years. So that's all I got. Have a fantastic one. Thanks for lurking or watching on the replay, and see you soon.